So not only is it Halloween, hence this, but it was also the dawn of patch 6.51, which along with other components also brought the Fall Guys collab. Now, I don't know if you guys know, I love me some platforming, even within Final Fantasy XIV. So when I saw that Fall Guys was coming to FF14 and vice versa, I was really here for it. Well, now I've played some of it, and I thought I would give you guys my impressions on whether I thought it was a successful crossover or not. So what you guys will see here is going to be a run through I did of the Fall Guys campaign along with a friend of mine who often comes along and joins in with me while I'm streaming. And the first thing I noticed was how true to Fall Guys all of the kind of iconography and everything was, from the loading screens to the HUD to the environment to the music. Everything was very Fall Guys, and I was really impressed by that. Now I will say that while I was queuing for getting into Blunderville, which is the name of the Fall Guys event within Final Fantasy XIV, I noticed I had to wait around for a strangely long time, both queuing to get into the event and queuing to wait for the event to start. Even at one point having a event turn up where it was literally just me and my friend in the entire event, which was extremely weird, especially considering that the event had just come out, and I imagine that there would have been hundreds of people gunning to go and do Fall Guys just the same as I was. So to see that there was quite a long queue to wait for the event to even start was a little on the disappointing side. As for the gameplay itself, I tell you what, it's actually really fun. Like, it's really good. Like, the way they've translated mechanics from various different boss fights and just FF14 mechanics in general, like about face, acceleration bombs, being spun out, all of that stuff works really well in the context of Fall Guys. I don't think that this is going to be for everyone, but I was really pleasantly surprised by just how well all of these mechanics translated, and there weren't many different events to do, so it looked like you had two different race maps at the start, two different kind of mini games as the second round, and then a final race to the finish for the crown. And I really liked what I saw of these various different events, but I didn't get to see many of them, and that kind of led me to believe that there weren't many of them to do. So what my hope is that as they take down Fall Guys in the new year and to bring it back later, when they do bring it back later, they'll bring it back with new maps and events, because I do think that this is something that could easily be expanded upon in the future if people like it enough, which, judging by the general consensus, most people seem to. So the first round is a race, and one of two different ones, like I said, incorporating some of the different mechanics that you see in boss fights. The second one is a more of a game show game type thing. So you have one where you have to run round quickly across an obstacle course while Typhon blasts gusts of air, and you can't get caught by Typhon or fall off by getting hit by the various obstacles. That one I really, really liked. The other one, you had to go through, I think it was called Sorcery Siege. I think that was what it was called. I quite like the name convention of it all. But you had to go in the middle to pick one of three coloured crystals, which was assigned randomly, and then go to the end of an obstacle course in three different directions, red, blue, and yellow, where there'd be lots of bumpers and things like that to stop you from progressing. And if you get hit by one, you drop the crystal and have to go back and go and get another one. The hitboxing in some of these obstacles was a little questionable. I'm not gonna lie, maybe I'm just being salty and basic, I don't know. But I did find I was getting hit by things I'm like, I shouldn't have been getting hit by that. But this is FF14, it's not designed to be full-blown Fall Guys. It's going to have some janky hitboxing. So as long as you go in with your expectations as what they should be, then you're in for a really good time. And the race to the finish for the final round is also going to be really fun. I found myself swearing and blinding pretty often that I didn't get the crown, because I want that crown sitting on top of my head. But I just thought that the event, for something new and silly and fun, like that, a breakaway from the various other gold saucer tasks that we've had for eons now, was a really good addition. The other nice thing as well is that it doesn't look like it's going to take too much to get the rewards from the Fall Guys event either. You get rewards of MGP and MGF, which is a new currency that's specific to Fall Guys. but it doesn't take a huge amount of time to accumulate the resources you need from that to get either the gear that you want, which is a cute little outfit, pink and purple with the bean on it, or you could get like the mount and the minions. I only played for maybe an hour and a half, like maybe not even that, and got the mount, both of the minions, as well as the emo, and it didn't really take that long. Each kind of round takes up to 10-12 minutes max, so it really doesn't take that long to do. I do think that it's something that will be quite short-lived because there's such little variety within the events themselves. So I would get on it while it's still hot because I think it will quieten down over the course of time. But that might not be a bad thing because, as I said, I got paired into a group where it was literally just me and my friend playing, which I won, just saying. I got like 2k MGP and still got like 200 MGF out of it as well. So if it ends up really quiet, it might be a really like quick and cheap and cheerful way to grind out MGP if that's something that you're wanting to do. So, quick pro tip for those of you who are exploring this, and you may want to get on this quickly because this does seem like a pretty severe oversight on the devs' part with Fall Guys X FFXIV. But you might want to play Ninja, because for some strange reason, the fact that Ninja naturally has a slightly higher movement speed than any other job in the game hasn't been taken out or taken into account when it comes to Fall Guys. So if you want a little bit of an unfair advantage, though I imagine that this is probably going to be patched out, possibly even by the time I've released this video, you might want to consider playing Ninja. Now, I'm not entirely sure how accurate this other idea is either, and I'm still not completely certain about the Ninja thing, to be fair. It looks the same to me, but I was told that apparently the movement speeds are slightly different. But apparently, if you're trying to optimize the amount of MGP and MGF you're getting from the Fall Guys collab, instead of actually trying to win, something that people are exploring is actually just kind of quitting after the second round, because it's a better MGP to time ratio if you do it that way. Now, I know that I'm just telling everybody about this, but it's not something that I would encourage, because if you're gonna play something like this, then you might as well try and have fun with it, even if it's not the sort of thing that you would enjoy, because people like me who do really enjoy it want to still be able to have fun with it. So yeah, I thought I would give you guys my quick thoughts on the Final Fantasy XIV Fall Guys crossover event. I had a really good time with it. I think it will be fairly short-lived, at least until they start putting some extra maps and stuff into it. But for what it is, it's a good giggle, and I would encourage you to give it a shot. But thank you very much for watching. As always, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell for notifications. I am planning on bringing more of my artistry to my channels, whether it be short form, long form, any of that stuff. So do keep an eye out for that as well. Thank you very much for joining me. And if you would like to consider supporting the channel, as all of the lovely people you can see on the screen here have, then perhaps you might like to consider joining up on my Patreon as well. I am doing some extra work on my Patreon as well, because my gears have shifted a little bit in the last couple of months, but I'm really excited for the direction that I'm taking this channel in. So thank you very much, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Bye now.